What's going on, guys? My name is Jacob Middleton, and what I'm going to do today is walk you through a couple strategies that my company, Gym Members Now, uses to help gyms get really good results when it comes to paid advertising and marketing on social media. Over the last 6 years, we've been running ads and working with gyms, speaking to thousands of gym owners about what they're currently doing with their marketing and what type of results they're getting with that strategy. Not only that, but we also own as a company 43 gyms. So the first thing that we do, or the first thing that I'd highly recommend if you're currently running your own ads, if you're paying someone to run your ads for you, or if you have a marketing agency that you're working with, the first thing is don't run generic ads, run targeted ads. And what I mean by that is generic ads are ads that do not really speak directly to anyone. What a generic ad would look like is, hey, we're looking for 8 people who want to join for $1, right? We're looking for 8 people who want a free 7-day pass. It's just super generic, it's very broad, and it does not speak directly to any specific prospect. How can you be different? How can you get a better result? More importantly, how can you stand out in your market to generate leads for less money and allow you to spend more money on marketing and scale faster and get higher volume of sales in a short amount of time? Is running targeted marketing. So what I mean by that is, instead of doing generic ads, like I just mentioned, run ads that specify the gender. So run ads that are speaking directly to men or women. Run ads that speak directly to different age groups within that gender. So men ages 20 to 29, women ages 60 to 69, right? To take it a step further than that, a problem that those people experience. Women 30 to 39 that recently had a kid. Women 50 to 59 currently going through menopause. Men 50 through 59 currently experiencing a midlife crisis. That should get you better results alone. And then within each one of those ads, the ad for men, you want to use images and videos of men. Go to your male customers and ask them for a testimonial of them talking about where they were at before they joined your gym and where they are at now that they have joined your gym and what that transformation looked like. Do the same thing for women. And then all you need to do is take those creatives, put them in the ads that are only going to men or women, and run them and compare the results you're getting with the generic ads to the targeted ads. And then you can get even cuter and more specific as you go along with this testing to see what type of results you're getting. But one of the biggest issues I see when I speak with these gym owners that are doing this, they're typically saying, and I'm sure some of you guys that are doing this have the same thoughts or opinions, like paid ads are not working. We're not generating leads like we used to. And it just doesn't work the way it used to. It started off really good, but it's not working well anymore. And the reality is the reason why it's not working well anymore is because there's no novelty to it. Your market has been saturated. It's been inundated with the exact same message that you've been running and that your competitors have been running. And because of that, your market doesn't care. No one's paying attention to it. It's not standing out to anyone. It's not hooking people in the way it used to because it's the same stuff. Just like those cheesy commercials we used to see back in the day of people selling mattresses, attorneys that are the accident attorneys. Those just cheesy commercials you see over and over again that you make a joke out of and just completely ignore. It's the same exact thing. So how do you stand out? Stop being generic. Identify different market segments and speak directly to them and then create ads, creatives, images, videos with your customers that are within that market segment and get them on video talking about their experience and their pain points and how you've helped them eliminate their pains and reach their goals. That right there will put you ahead of 90% of people because, again, most people are so lazy with how they're doing this, even marketing agencies, and because of that, the return you get, the sales you get, it's not near what it could potentially be because it's just a very lazy way of doing it. So that's the first thing, is rather than doing generic marketing, do targeted marketing. And this is not how we did it originally. For the first 2 or 3 years that I had my marketing company, we did generic advertising and it worked. The second thing, which is very, very simple, which I can guarantee 99% of you are not doing, is just following up with your leads immediately. So if you're currently spending money on marketing and you're generating leads and you're not happy with the results you're getting or you think you could be getting better results, look through your current process that you have when it comes to generating a lead. And if you're not the one following up with the leads, test your team out to see how they do. So the main thing here is rather than just sending an automated text message, an automated email to a lead when they opt in, make sure you're calling them immediately once they opt in. So if someone opts in and books an appointment, don't just text them. Pick the phone up immediately and call them, welcome them, talk to them about what piqued their interest, make sure they're a solid fit, and then let them know you're excited to meet with them. Whenever they book the appointment, you'll have everything ready to go. And then confirm the appointment the day of via call, not text. So what most gyms and most marketing companies do that do work with gyms is they'll send an automated text, but if someone responds to that text, they don't get a response within hours or potentially days. So if a lead opts in, they'll get an automated text saying, hey Jacob, I saw you booked an appointment for tomorrow at 5 o'clock, excited to see you. But then if Jacob texts back saying, how much does it cost? He doesn't get a response for hours or days, and then that lead inevitably is not gonna show up for their appointment. and now you don't have the opportunity to sign them up or make money on the money you're spending for your marketing. So that's what we do for our customers is we call the leads immediately and we confirm the appointments the day before, the day of. And on top of that, we're sending them text messages, and if they respond, we respond immediately. We're also pre-qualifying them via text if we can't get a hold of them over the phone prior to their appointment. So by doing that, we get about 35 to 50% of the leads that we generate to show up for people that we work with. Now you need to have good availability to make this happen, at least 40 plus hours of availability a week for you to schedule appointments with the leads you're generating. What most gym owners get when they have their staff doing it, or even another company with an automated text, is about 10 to 15%. So if you're currently experiencing the issue where you're generating a lot of leads, but they suck, they're not good quality leads, they don't book appointments, they don't show up, or you call them and they say they never opted in, or they don't answer any of your calls and you feel like you're wasting a ton of your time, it's because you're not following up these people right when they opt in. To give you guys context on this, I have a client that owns over a dozen Anytime Fitnesses and some stretch labs. I think he owns like 5 or 6 of them. He's really scaling that quick, but he was working with a marketing agency across his Anytime Fitnesses back in March of this year, 2024. So they were promoting a challenge across all their Anytime Fitnesses, and the results they had generated him was a $569 cost per sale across his gyms, and they had spent over $10,000 in ad spend to get that result. Between midway through April to May, he worked with us. We ran the exact same offer. We were running a challenge. We were running them at the exact same gyms with the exact same staff, and we did not coach them on how to sell these people. The only difference was we got further into the year of summer, and we started running the exact same offer after another company had been, which means the market was saturated a little bit with that offer because money had been spent promoting it prior to us running it. So we were at a disadvantage, if anything. But the main difference with what we did were these two things. So rather than running generic ads like the other company, we ran targeted ads. And because of that, we generated a cost per lead that was 5 times less. We were generating leads for $6. They were generating leads for over $30. And then from there, they had automated text messages set up to follow up these leads. Because we were running their ads in a targeted way, we dropped their cost per lead by over 5x. And then because our team was following up with their leads via texting and calling immediately once these leads opted in, we were getting 5 times more showed appointments. And because of that, because of just these two things, we were able to drop their cost per sale from $569 to $65 across over a dozen gyms after spending thousands of dollars promoting the exact same offer with the exact same staff, closing the appointments we were generating along with the other company just by doing those two simple things. So if you're currently working with a marketing agency or you're currently running your own ads, if you've got a team member running your own ads, look through what they're doing. Look to see if it's generic marketing. If it is, identify different market segments and start getting creative with your current customers you have to create content, images, videos that you can then use to run the exact same offer you're running that you know works, but you just can't generate the volume of leads that you used to or get the cost per acquisition you once did through promoting that offer, and run ads to them that speak directly to them with the creatives that you made with your customers that are that audience. And then look at what you guys are currently doing in terms of your follow-up process. Test your team out, or look yourself in the mirror and say, am I doing a good job of this? Am I actually doing it immediately? Because if you're not doing as good of a job as you could, and because of that, your results are going to lag. And then, like I said earlier, you need good availability. So if you're currently running ads and you only have 20 hours of availability a week to book appointments, you're wasting your money because you're generating leads that are not going to book tons that work for that. Especially if you don't have hours after 5 p.m., 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for people to book appointments. If you don't have those slots open and you have less than 20 hours a week, you figure out a way to make more availability, because your booking and show rate are going to be mediocre compared to what it could be if you did. But if you only have 20 hours a week, a little hack, I guess you could say, it would be just turn double booking on. If you have double booking, you'll immediately double your availability simply by doing that. So evaluate your process, look to see if you're running generic ads, see how your team or you are following up their leads. And if you do change these things, I guarantee you'll get better results.